So height is something that people treat each other differently based on. I think that is a truth. It can be an advantage if you are tall, especially if you're tall and handsome or whatever. If you're too tall as a woman, it can be a disadvantage. And the same thing with short. There's a lot of other things that I could say that fall into that same category, like symmetry of your face or, muscularity. That said, so I don't want to deny that it has influence on the way that people react and perceive and all that kind of stuff. But with facial symmetry, with height, with all of these things, there's so much room for your personality to affect that. And we talk about him because he's just a great example because he's extremely short. Kevin Hart is 5'2". He hangs out with NBA players. Watch him run the show with NBA guys. It is incredible.
Not just random NBA players. Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Shaq and Charles Barkley. They're 7 feet tall. Like, it's crazy to watch him just have them in stitches, run the conversation.
Yeah, they stop talking when he starts talking. They defer to him because he's hilarious and because of the way he carries himself and all this stuff. But not in like a bad way. Just there's clearly mutual love there between 7 foot Shaq, 6'9" Charles Barkley, and 5'2" Kevin Hart. 2 feet of
difference. It's incredible. His wife is almost positive taller than he is. So
Peter Dinklage has a wife that's taller than him. Didn't seem to.
But to say that it doesn't seem to, I'm sure it does. I'm sure there are people that do. But the good news is, and I think you found this, it just makes it worse when you go, oh, this person, when you assume, she doesn't like me because I'm short.
No.
The truth of that interaction is that if she said, oh, you're short, and you carried yourself in a way that was attractive and likable and all these kind of things, that it very likely would not have mattered what she initially said.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but Patrice O'Neal, who was a overweight comedian who died of diabetes. He was very overweight. He was 400 pounds. He's kind of a pimp. You know what I mean? You listen to his stories and he talks about it. He's like, my physical body is absolutely disgusting. But the way that I conduct myself, like, women cannot get enough of. So if your concern as you raise in the story is how does it affect me, all that kind of stuff, it does affect you, and it's not the most important thing.
Yeah.
Are simultaneously true.
No, and just, I know it's easy to say Kevin Hart is a celebrity, Patrice O'Neal's a celebrity, whatever, but the very first friend that I know,
celebrities
the very first friend I know that had a threesome was below average height, and the most charismatic person in my fraternity, and the guys that got the most women were definitely not the tallest. I can think of an example of a tall guy who was kind of a pariah. So yeah, will it impact you? Absolutely. Will it define you? Absolutely not.
Yeah. And I could also tell you stories about like the strapping 6'5" guy from Costa Rica who had one blue eye and one green eye and blonde hair and was from Illinois. So he's just like strong corn dude and absolutely crushed it. You know what I mean? Like, he was likable and confident and all the girls were into him because he had one blue eye and one green eye in a country of brown eyes. Like, there's
throw it in. I say throw height in there with face symmetry, build, status, wealth, charisma. Just throw it all in there. Those are all different things that will impact how people react to you.
Some of those you have more influence over than others, and you can control. Now, one thing that we did with regards to height is even Ben, who was 6'2", when we went out, would wear these boots that had probably a 2-inch heel.
I became 6'4".
Like we would give ourselves every conceivable advantage that, we went to the gym. We like tried to do our hair well.
It wasn't just height, Yeah. It was height. It was my fashion.
The gym.
It was the
Accutane.
Accutane, contact lenses.
It was as much as we could do.
Charisma training.
And having done all of that stuff, I can say that it matters. If you wanted me to rank the things, it wouldn't be the number one. What would be the number? I mean, we've talked about this. Access and status are, I think, pretty obviously number one in terms of what makes people flock to you, women and men alike. Just look, who are the most people that flock to? They're the people that are famous. That means they have high status.
That's what I would call it. Yeah.
They have high status.
There's super wealthy people. And first of all, at the top, everyone has more options than they know what to do with. This is true of the most handsome, the wealthiest, the most charismatic.
It's not true of the most tall,
famous.
Though. It's not true of the most tallest.
I was saying charismatic, wealth, status, and what did I just say? Wealth, status.
Wealth, status. You said famous.
Oh no, looks, and
looks.
then and like attractiveness.
Yeah.
Everyone will have enough options. So yes, will the ugly billionaire have more women than he knows what to do with? Probably. But yeah, certainly the person who is just being flooded with people is the person with the highest status.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter. You don't have to be the best. Like there's a point where you just don't need more.
Yeah. Control the ones that you can control. And what I would say is charisma, wildly controllable. Like very like huge leaps can be made. Height, you can get 1 to 2 inches by wearing boots, but then you take the boots off. Fitness, very controllable.
Super controllable.
Very, very controllable. And then wealth is long-term controllable.
Yeah. Over years.
And then the question is, with all of these, which of them do you want people to be drawn to? Do you want to get famous and then attract people because of that? Is that what you...
Yeah, they like you because of the number of Instagram followers
you're famous,
you have.
And great. Like girl will now sleep with you. Like, is that the girl that you want?
The feedback from people who are famous tends to be that those aren't the people you want.
Those are headaches. Yeah. And so from my own life experience, what I could say is it's not fame, but it's being a big fish in the pond of your choice is a really nice thing. Like being famous amongst the community of...
your campus, your college campus.
Of your college campus for being charismatic, or of the dog shelter community because you're like such a big fish of helping animals find homes and people in that community like like pick your pond that you want to be famous in. But yeah, just broad fame is not a good thing. You get stalked, you get all kinds of crap. So yeah, height, we've said it a million times. It impacts you. It's not the most important thing. Focus on what you can. And quite frankly, you could do the same thing. I'm not encouraging you, but you could do the same thing with penis size. You could do the same thing with income. You could do the same thing with, oh shit, here's where I fall. And like, but trust me, people are, reacting. Oh, well, no, I don't know about the penis because you can't see that. But some people care. Some people don't, oh, where do I fall? That's just, all of those thoughts are destructive. They make you play at a lower level than you would if you just got over it and conducted yourself as best you could. Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.